when you're interacting with people, whether it be personally or through media for your job as a brand, the question is, are you pulling on your customers or friends or acquaintances, or are you dancing with them and seeing what space they want to belong in with you? It's a very delicate thing. So think about this now. Notice I've eliminated the two circles from this diagram. Why people use social media: sharing, entertainment, question answers, stay up to date on news, meet new people, networking, staying in touch. Right? These are not personal and intimate space activities. But yet brands and social media marketers will force them to try to buy things, or look at me, or check out our new shoes. It doesn't make any sense. So let's get into measuring social media a little bit. Here, I did it again. Do you suck at social media? Starting with purpose. So what's the point of measuring, of analytics? It's really to monitor and analyze if you're participating in social media in an optimal fashion. And that could be any channel. It could be participating in anything in an optimal fashion. That's what analytics is. It's taking a metric and tying it to a goal, right? You say, this is what I want to do, and then the metric comes along and says, is it working or not? Are we achieving our goals? And a lot of times we pick metrics that don't really matter. I'll tell you one off the bat. Followers. How many followers do you have? It really doesn't matter. Now let me say something. Earlier I said, well, they're not going to buy your stuff, right? If you don't have a relationship with them. Now, I'm not saying they will never buy your stuff, or you shouldn't expect anything from social media. Not saying that. But there needs to be harmony, right? If you look at the percentage of stuff I've studied brands before. You go to their Facebook page and every single post is, look at our new this. Look at our new this. Well, what are they trying to do? They're trying to live right here. They don't have harmony. So, are we saying never tell your followers, hey, we have a sale? No, we're not saying that. We're just saying have balance, have harmony among your strategy. This is a blog I read, and I noticed how the lines are all off and stuff because I had to take like screenshots and paste them together because this blog post, this is half the post. But the thing here is that this blog is about analytics. And so analytics people like me, we sit at our geeky computers all day, and we have time, typically, to digest a complex subject, and analytics can be complex. So he starts with the subject and he digs into it, right? And so he only posts like once a month, right? Because he knows we can't handle more than that, and he can't handle more than that, right? He just spent hours and hours on this post. He can't do that every day or every week. So it really depends on the audience. Like in both of these cases, it makes sense for the blogger to put out posts like they're putting out. It just makes sense for their audience. So knowing your audience is important. Okay? So if you imagine this is like on every social network, right? Because on Facebook, I'm friends with you, and you're friends with that person who's not friends with me, right? But if you share my post, they can see it, right? So amplification rate is how often do people amplify what I share? And think about that. I love that metric because it's like they thought enough to recommend what you shared. And that's really saying, did I deliver value? Did I motivate people to share it? Like if someone's doing social media and they go to their boss who's controlling the budget, and they just show them revenue, like, yeah, we've been doing social media for a year and we've driven $5,000 in sales. And that's all you show, you're probably not getting more money. And maybe your job will be eliminated, sorry. But if you show them these things, we're building a community of people that we've earned respect from, people that we've earned interaction from, that are going to follow us. And maybe it wasn't the right time to buy now, but when it becomes the right time to buy, guess where they're going to buy from? Whose attention have I acquired? Oh, this is excellent. So check this out. You can actually see who's engaging. And what's nice about that is you can develop relationships. So as a brand or as a, someone doing social media, you're not expecting every initiation to happen from them. You can actually click on Daniel Pirano, who's engaged with you 4 times, and see what he's talking about. Because when relationships are one-sided, that's no good. So you can see what he's talking about and possibly comment on something of his. And think about that, especially if he's an influencer. Like I talked about earlier, these influencers shared my article. Well, I'd already conversed with them many times before. Like we're in the same chat online all day together. We talk strategy, etc. So when I put out something good now, they're more likely, number 1, to see it, number 2, to share it because they trust me. So developing relationships is important. So again, we're talking about how to think about online marketing, right? And social media. You think about it in a multi-channel way. Not about, am I getting sales right now, but how is this ultimately